Anthony here with Empire Music, and today we're checking out a new model of an old model. So there's probably a video out there that we've done, a lot of people have done on these basses. This is the Fender Justin Meldal Johnson, or the JMJ Roadworn Mustang bass. So what this is like a made in Mexico bass that is kind of built to be broken in, I believe, like, I can't remember the exact year, but actually, if you're not familiar with Justin Meldal Johnson, he was the bass player on the amazing Beck records, did some work with 9 Inch Nails, and he's really one of like the preeminent producers, multi-instrumentalists of the day, of today, I should say. Also, like when it comes to like nailing a vibe with a bass part, nailing a vibe with some cool effects and things like that, massive influence on me personally, massive influence on a wealth of bass players out there, as he should be, but doesn't sometimes get the credit that or the recognition, I should say, for the work that he's done as a producer. So if you get a second, check out Justin Meldal Johnson's, Wikipedia page or whatever, and dig through some of his discography, man. There is some killer bass work and production work in there. So really, really big influence on me, and like I said, a lot of bass players of today, as he rightfully so, or should be. So JMJ Roadworn bass. We always had this in like an aged Daphne blue that's been around for like maybe 2 years now. Well, now they're doing it in like a Roadworn black finish. Same spec. So what we have is the Mustang bridge, and that's strung through the body, no option through the bridge, right? Nope. And super simple control layout. We just have tone and volume. And the pickup that we're dealing with is a custom spec Seymour Duncan vintage split coil, kind of like a P-bass pickup in there. Got the thumb rest. You have the really cool, it's a nitro, it's like a Roadworn nitro finish. So be careful. Everything's nitro on this. So if you have the wrong kind of guitar stand, make sure you have one that's nitro safe with a guitar like this. Or anytime you have a guitar or a bass that has a nitro finish, make sure that your guitar stand, whatever pieces of foam on there, are nitro safe. And what's going to happen is they're going to kind of stick to that nitro finish and leave a nasty kind of burn mark on there. So rosewood board, 9.5 degree radius. It's a C-shaped neck. So not the modern C, it's a little bit fatter than a modern C, but super comfortable. And it's the modern P-bass width at the nut. So that's, I think, 1.625, which is I think 43 or 41.3 millimeters. And the ultra hip lollipop tuners, which I love the look of that, super vintagey. And everything's kind of worn in a real nice way. Super comfortable bass. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention this is a short scale bass. So it's 30 inches from bridge saddles to nut. And again, kind of a threefold thing there. While this might be, it's coming around $1,000, it might be a price point above what a beginner wants to spend. Anytime we see a short scale bass, great for a beginner, great for someone with small hands, great for a guitar player that wants to transition over to over to bass, because it is shorter scale, so you don't have to stretch as far. And if you're, a long-time veteran bass player, or someone that's been playing for any amount of time, and you have some cool stuff in your collection, but you don't have a short scale instrument, really nice addition, because what you get out of this is a real nice mid-range punch. I actually find that this particular model to have the most of that character to it. As you heard me playing with a pick, and I'll do that again, a lot of mid-range character. So it's going to cut right through a mix. It's going to sound really great on stage. It's going to play very well with effects pedals as well. So a little more versatility than you might think, and a little bit more sound than you might think out of a short scale instrument. So we'll kind of dig back in. I'm going to put the pick down for a second, and we'll play just finger style here. So everything wide open. So volume all the way up, tone all the way up. also failed to mention when I was describing it, this comes with flat wound strings on it. So awesome move for a short scale bass. If you own a short scale bass, try it out with flats. Has a nice tendency to mellow out some of that kind of snappiness we get from the softer string, from the shorter scale length. Heck, if you have any bass out there and you've never played a flat wound string, try it out. You might dig it. But what you don't get out of it is like a real good slap tone. You can still do it. But what you don't get that crisp top end. You get that real kind of muddy, sort of tubby sound. It accentuates those frequencies with the flat wound string, but they feel really good on the hand. And it's a nice kind of change of pace for you. So they're back with a pick. So full tone, full volume. And also, like the palm muting thing with a pick can sound really slick with it too. It gets that real kind of, this is nice little top end kind of cut through with this technique. And I'm not very good at it. Like I'm never that good with a pick, as you could just see. But check this out. Super cool sound. We do that just with a thumb. This might not come through your speakers really well, but we'll see. And we'll roll some tone back off of that. So we're going to go down to about 50% finger style, just normal finger style. We'll do the same thing with a pick. So 50% tone, full volume. So yeah, so that's about it. So this is the JMJ Fender Roadworn bass in black. It's also available in Daphne Blue, but this is the newest version of it. Always a blast to play. I enjoy them every time I pick them up. Short scale instruments are amazing. And yeah, it's in stock here at Empire Music. So give us a call here, 412-343-5299. You can email me, Anthony, at empiremusiconline.com. And yeah, anything you need, let us know. Thanks.